Tree trader, charts lit, wrist tight, inside bars only. Let's work.
I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk a fine, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Wake up pre-market, NY session on. Levels from the overnight, buyers ready drawn. Inside bar forming, volume going quiet. That's the market talking, telling me patient ain't Q moving fast. ES play it smooth, YM respect the highs. Let the candle choose, prop firm rules. Yeah, we play it right, one trade a day. Still we done by noon, no gambling. This chestnut dice, RR clean, that's the pine tree life. They chasing candles, I'm chilling in the zone, waiting on the break, then I'm gone. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk to find, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Yeah, funded to live, that's a different feel. Trade, they take profit, apex on a deal. Evaluation passed, now it's payout talk. While they blowing accounts, we taking walks. Inside bar at key high, that's pressure building. Yeah, break off the range, yeah, that's conviction. Yeah, no indicators clutter in my sight. Just price action, structure candlelight. Chat yelling long, I mute that noise. Market don't care about opinions, boy. One clean setup, that's...
What's up? What's up? What's up? What is, everything is messed up. What is going on? Hey, Luke plays. What's going on? Yeah, futures is open, so we're good. Randolph, what is up? Trader Mo's in the house. Tony Gold. It's Mo, bro. Michael. What's up? What's up? Sonic Rules in the house. Trader Nest. Who else we got? Badi. I already forgot how to pronounce your name, but what's up? Yo, Jim. Flex, yeah, Flexed. That's right. Got a good pump in today. Cough, what's up? I got a membership to a new gym. What's up, Phoenix? Guitar guy. Might have been a bad idea, but I just bought a 25K Lucid FX account or Flex account. Let's go, guitar guy. I love him. 25Ks are fine. If you know, trade small enough, they're great. The only job when you're excited about Monday. That's a fact. It's all good. What's up? What's up? Awesome. How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Just bought a My Fight in the Futures 50K Flex. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I think My Fight in the Futures still got that deal going on. I'm not sure for new users. The 25K. It's $49 if you haven't tried out My Fight in the Futures yet. I think when you use code PINE, but. Do I have the Olympic fever? No. I was watching a little bit of curling this morning. And then when I was at the when I was out to lunch today, they had the figure skating on, which I'm not a big fan of. I mean, it's fine. I appreciate the talents, but yeah. But I haven't really been watching much of the Olympics. I've just been doing a lot of doing a lot of back testing, things like that. Started using the inside bars to see awareness of reversal spikes, and it works great on trade of 8. Yeah, nice Phoenix insight. Yeah, it worked good. Hope I agree with weekend 44 the Punisher. Not exactly. I'll talk about it in a little bit as soon as we get some more people in here. But yeah, I had a rough day. Friday. Friday started out great. I ended up making about $250 across all the Apex accounts in one trade. And I think the volatility got to me. I just kind of had a little bit of FOMO. And then that one more trade, I ended up red, and that led to a disaster. So I ended up blowing my 20 Apex accounts that I just got the 40K payout on. So they are gone, unfortunately. So what did I do after that? I passed 20 more. So I have 20 more accounts on Apex. So I'm starting to cycle over. Got 40,000 in payouts with it. I mean, they don't owe me anything, but it was so stupid. I was so disappointed in myself. So dumb. But you know what happens, this is why I still trade props. Because, I still tilt until I can get that under the control where I don't tilt, or at least control the tilt. Then yeah. Do you even curl, bro? Gonna have any horse races today? No. No, I got no more accounts to give away at the moment. Hopefully at some point. But yeah, it was a rough Friday. I'm not gonna lie. I went through about 35 accounts on Apex. So I ended up spending $1,700 with Apex. But I have a new game plan. Well, actually not a new game plan. So the game plan is to go right back to what I was doing, but like just trying to stick with it. So, it's just taking the base hit for the day, sticking with it, and then the challenge. So like I had a challenge to see how long I could keep those accounts. So that was kind of like the challenge in my brain. It's like, let's see how long I can keep those accounts, and then the payouts will come as, if I just trade small enough and then build them up. And so that was the challenge to myself. And so I'm gonna go right back to that. So win or loss, it's gonna be like 1 to 3 trades a day. No more, no less. That's what I'm gonna strive for. And then just trading fairly small and see what happens. And let's get another $30,000-$40,000 payout. That's the goal. And copy trade to 20 accounts. So I had 17 accounts before. Now I have 20. So HR in the house, Yo Jim in the house, Jonathan, 44 the Punisher, Lay in the house. What's going on, Lay? Miss K, what is up? We got Design Knob, Sergio, Time Fades. Yeah, I mean, it happened. I mean, like I said, it didn't owe me anything, but it's like, it was just so disappointing. I think I was wrecked by the end of the day Friday, just trying to pass those accounts again. And then, yeah, so what's up, Nate? But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I did, so Take Profit Trader, I do have 3 passed. Still waiting to get activated here, but I got 3 essentially passed. This one I only need a little bit. This one I almost got passed, and this one I almost got passed. And I have Tradeify accounts funded still, and I'm working on Lucid evals at the moment. But yeah, I still got the 20 Apex accounts, or back to 20 Apex accounts. But yeah, it was just very disappointing after I said I was not gonna do it. One reason I do like the lockout feature. Oh, 100% pawn. 100%. I could have used the lockout button. Now, Tradeivate is supposed to come out with a lockout button, but I've yet to see it. Someone said that they had it, but maybe it's in certain markets. You know how they like roll that stuff out with certain markets? I haven't seen it yet. Yes, it's President's Day. So President's Day, but futures is open. It's just equities and, you know, the stock market is closed. So futures will be open until, I don't know if it's a full day tomorrow or if it closes at noon or what. I'm actually not sure about that. Closes at 1. Okay, 1. I'm assuming Eastern time, so 1 p.m. Eastern. Only Perez in the house. Peter, what is up? If you haven't hit 1,000 per account golden, yeah. Yeah, so I passed a bunch of 50K Apex accounts, 50Ks. So I utilized the 80% off, and I haven't activated them yet. I gotta sit down and activate them. So that'll be more monies. So who else we got in here? We got trading on Tilt, we got Pawn, we got Digital Nukes, we got Crypto King. Yeah, I took a beautiful trade with Righty, and then I just kept trading Nasdaq, and it was, and you know, just trying to go for a little more, and that one trade, it put me under what I was up, and that kind of like tilted me in a way, and it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. Yeah, some prop firms will have today, tomorrow, and Tuesday all wrapped into one trading day, so keep that in mind, guys, especially if you're trading consistency accounts. I don't know exactly which prop firms. Everyone's different. I did get an email today from Lucid. I don't know if, I think everyone else did too. Sleepy Mocha in the house. Need 65 to qualify my first payout on Apex 50K account. Oh, nice, Sleepy Mocha. Yeah, just remember, like, you know, take your time. Not financial advice. Take your time. There's no rush. Turg in the house. What's going on? Guys, smash that like button if you guys are just tuning in. Appreciate it. Set a daily profit in the risk settings if that's helpful. Yeah, I know you can. Tech review. That is, I do that. I do that when I pass accounts. I'll set that profit target. Problem is, you can go in and just change it. So you can go, if you log back out, log back in. I shouldn't tell you guys this if you guys use that, but yeah, you can just change it. But yeah, a lockout button like the Project X would be great. Expect any volume with the bank holiday? Sometimes I'm surprised, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. If anything, we'll hang out for a bit. What's the longest you can go before paying Apex P after passing the eval? I think you'll just get rebuild. I think you would get rebuild on the eval control boy, but I'm not 100% sure. Any thoughts on gold? I don't know. I didn't really trade much gold. Oh, it looks very bullish. Closed very bullish. Just take a look at the hourly. So yeah, we're right back into this chop range. But boy, what a dump. And then recovery off that hourly, and then we ended up filling the gap. And NQ, looking at the hourly on NQ, we still have a bunch of single prints up in here. I thought for sure we were going to keep pushing up into this. This is kind of what got me trapped. Friday afternoon, I felt like we just kept pushing up into this, but we did not, and ended up pulling back. with NQ. 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, market closes 1 p.m. Eastern. What's the longest? Oh, I already read that. Time fight is could be a slippery slope. What's up, Ray? Have you ever traded 25K Apex accounts? No, not 25K Apex. 25K take profit trader accounts. I actually got a really big payout with 25K take profit trader accounts once. But yeah, no, not with Apex. The only weird one I traded with Apex once was those static accounts. I don't know. I mean, there's just not much drawdown. Coach Fred in the house, Weber, Florida. Time fades, rotating accounts. Yeah, well, I might be doing some of that not with Apex, but with some other accounts. I might be doing some rotations with some systematic stuff that I kind of back tested and found over the weekend. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I have a PA with Apex almost to the buffer. Does the 8 days till payout start after the buffer? No, it's 8 days traded. You have to have 5 of those 8 days of $50 or more. And then once you get over the buffer, so say it's a 50K and you're over the 2100, then you can get a payout. So let's just say you get it to like 2700, you can take like a $600 payout. If you've had 5 days of $50 or more and you've traded 8 days, which is, guys, I mean, essentially all I had to really do was just kind of like, I was well over the buffer on all those accounts, and all I had to do was just kind of like ease my way, and I would have got another payout, a big payout. But I was buying 2 additional accounts with Lucid, bought one yesterday, got 40% off, tried to buy the second one, showed me only 30% off, just tried it again, still 30. Any idea why? Might have changed. Let me take a look. So it was limited to 5, but you said you only bought a few. But let's take a look. Huh. Yeah, no, it should be, it's good. It says it's good till March, according to my affiliate dashboard here. It says we're good till March. But that is weird. So I appreciate that, HR. I can check right now to see. Let me try someone else's code. Let's say raise the prices or something. Let's try. Market's open, guys. Good luck. Oh, let's take a look at gold to see if it pumped. I think it did. Look at that. Did you guys catch a quick 10 points on gold? Wow, that is just nuts. All right, so I'm gonna trade this account here. This take profit trader 150K eval. Let me check Lucid here real quick. Yeah, it's only giving 30% off with someone else's code too. Is it? That was for a flex. Yeah, it's so HR, it's I just tried someone else's code for the same accounts, and it's only giving 30% off, and it's supposed to go till March 1st, so there's an issue for sure. Yeah, I would hope. I mean, I would think, according to my affiliate dashboard, it's supposed to go until the March 1st. So, and all the Lucid guys are down in Daytona right now. So So who knows if they're gonna get that fixed? I don't know. Maybe someone's listening, hopefully. But yeah, I just tried Terry's code and it was 30% off too. All right, gold getting kabooshed here. Coach Fred's in the house. What's up? Arimi, what's up? Sire in the house. Scalpa, what's up? Who else we got? We got Thumper. I'm a little behind in the chat, guys. Coach Fred says no rebills, no limits to convert to PAs. Oh, okay, thank you. 161 watching. Thank you guys for joining me on a Sunday night. Market's open. The volatility on gold. Yeah, it's come down a lot. We're just kind of stuck in a range. But you know, still can kind of wreck you. I mean, that was a big rip up and down for sure. Considering usually in gold, you know, we're looking a little bit smaller, but I think it's definitely come down a lot. Bodine, Eddie Trader, what's up? Jared in the house. Son of Wall Street. Yeah, I don't know, HR. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, only for 5 accounts. Well, that might be why I'm seeing 30% off, but that's why I'm seeing 30% off. But HR says he's only bought 3 or 2. JLB in the house. What is up? Jay Styles. Sherry in the house. Do you trade YM that often? Not there at night. But yes, during the day I do. Yeah. Most of what I traded to get those big payouts was with YM Tech Review. So that big payout with Apex that I got was, I would say 80% with YM. Yep. But yeah, at night I never trade it. I mean, I traded it a little bit the other night. I think it was Thursday night. I traded it and got a nice trade. Someone called out some an equal low, and we caught it. With the old YM. All right, NQ pushing down here, the old Nasdaq. We'll take a look at silver here. Woo! Nice little cabooshin on the silver and gold. Gonna watch for some zero prints as well. See if we have any. We have a bunch to the upside on gold, but I don't want to just hop in long. We have some to the downside as well. The spread is insane right now with gold. Coach Sat in the house. Biblical in the house. Oh, nice. Biblical. Five accounts, not during the sale, but in the history of Lucid. Oh, okay. Atlant down on that's okay. That makes sense. That's weird, but it makes sense. I mean, that would be why. Yeah, a lot of these props are putting out sales for new users. Like My Funded Futures got that new user sale right now on the 25K, or at least they did. Use code PINE. It's $49. So if you haven't tried out My Funded Futures, what's the chart on the right? So I guess I don't know. This is silver, silver micro, silver minis. ZS, NQ. Yeah, this is silver. This is micro silver. This is minis. This is the Russell. This is the Russell. All right, getting a big push down here. Just gonna wait for a setup here. All right, people are rolling in here. 239 people. Let's go. Jarf, yeah. Jarf, when they're running a sale, holy cow. Yeah, I mean, that's not a good sign. I'll just say that. They don't ever run sales. They're trying to win back some hearts. They're trying to win back some hearts for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm all set. I'm just going to trade with Lucid. Lucid Flex. But yeah, you're right. Oh, thank you, Nate. I appreciate that, bud. Yeah, no, it did suck. I mean, I hate that. What's this chart right here? This is Nasdaq. This is Nasdaq. So NQ is Nasdaq. ES is S&P 500. And then SIH, silver. YM. This one here is the Dow. What's up, Dwight? Dwight, what's going on, man? All right, getting a little push up here. So had an initial surge here on Nasdaq. Push back down, broke this outside bar. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what's... I'm just waiting for a setup here on the 5-minute. Waiting for an inside bar, Harami or something to give it a stab. Yeah, I might try to fade this ORB. We'll see. But all afternoon market looked really, really bearish. So we'll see how this candle closes. So maybe we'll see an inside bar or something. But yeah, I appreciate that, Nate. $30 evals. They gave me a reset too. Oh, nice. Honest take. Honest. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I got no issue with them, guys. I don't. But and they're not going anywhere. Oh, you talking about this? Talking about this, Dwight? This is the Dom. Yeah, this is what they call the Super Dom or the Dome. This is Super Dom. So it's right here. Super Dom. And then you just put in whatever you want. So this. Gotcha. Yeah, they call it a Dom. I trade off the Dom. I just ever since day one I started trading with Tradeovate, I've had this on my chart, so that's what I use. Yeah, I've been using it, and what I look for is sometimes this is very recent where I look for the histogram, or I show the histogram, which is up here in the top right. It says show histogram, and then what I look for is zero prints on Nasdaq and gold, and I trade into them. And if I see a setup, I'll show you. Got so many things I'm trading now. So yeah, so like up here we have some zero prints. So where these are orders that already got filled. So this is not like level 2 or anything. This is showing orders that already got filled. And what I like to do is during the market open, and I look for gaps. I look for gaps to get filled. So I'll like take scalps into them and things like that. This is not quite in a Harami candle. So I'm not convinced. I'm taking a long back to the opposite side of this first 5 minute ORB candle. You guys know I love to fade that ORB, so I'm not quite convinced though. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna watch it for a minute. Oh yeah, no problem, Dwight. Yeah, you'll see me. Yeah, just stick around, and I trade off it. I don't really trade off the chart too much. I'll just use this. It's just very simple for me to buy and sell. You can put the bid and ask here too if you want, and then it's very easy for me to move my profit targets or stops. You know, so. All right, taking a look at the gold too. Watching that. So what do we got here? So I'm kind of waiting for an inside bar on the gold and silver before I go and take one of those. I might I gotta flip this account, so don't follow this trade. I'm just gonna flip it because I need to get a day's traded in. So I'm just gonna try to flip these real quick. All right, that's flipped, and that, and that's flipped. Okay, so I lost $1.50 and $2.50. So those are two traded days in. So I just got to get those traded days in because you have to take profit trader, you got to trade for 5 days. And so those are done. Make sure you exit all. Make sure you don't leave any orders on. All right, there we go. So those are done. And now I can trade this one. Let's take a look at NQ. So this is a nice push up here. I'm gonna look for a long here. I'm gonna try to fade this 5-minute ORB. I'm gonna scale in. Oop, take it off that. All right, here we go. I'm long 2 micros, and I'm willing to add some back down into the VWAP if we can touch it. And then target is going to be the high. The stop is going to be a stop below the low of the day. But I'm going to look to try, if we pull back into here in the 786, I'm going to look to scale in. But for now, I'm going to target the high here. See if we can get up there. Can't let those ORB traders win all the time. So that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for the fade. What's up, Jen? I go up to 890? Yeah, I could definitely. If I was able to get in some more, I'd probably leave a runner on. And maybe I will add into this. So we got a big push down, or big push up, big push down with the first 5 minute candle. We swept the low, put in a bit of a harami, not quite, but a pin bar type candle, and then so we're long off it once we broke above that VWAP, and hopefully it's not a bear flag, and then we don't go back down to the low. But there's a good 10 points right there off the 2 micros. We'll look to scale in here. We can get that push up. How do I flip them with a Dom? So I use a bracket called flip. Let's see. Show you. I just use one tick take profit, one tick stop loss, and it looks like that, you know. You have to be a little careful though. I do it with one micro, but you have to be a little careful and be ready to exit all real quick. So that's what I do. Yeah, that counts as a day's traded. They'll say you're supposed to have like a, you know, I don't even know, like a minute or something like that, but it's not true. You can literally just get in and out of a trade real quick, and I've never had an issue about flipping days to get a funded account. No problem trading on tilt. All right, nice push there. Come on. Maybe we'll leave a runner. We have some room to the upside. We have some big room to the upside, actually. We have some room even higher than what our Friday's high. And so a lot of times what happens is that we get those trend days, those slow, grindy trend days when we have holiday markets. So oftentimes what happens is the market will pick a direction and it'll just keep going. And there's not much volume, there's not much volatility. It just kind of slow, you know, you get those death grinds. But if you can catch the right move, if you catch the long or the short, depending on which way it goes, it can be a pretty good day, good profitable day. Not to say that that's what's going to happen, but if you look at the hourly chart, we have so much room to these single prints up and through here on that big dump from Thursday. So we'll see. But you never know. I left my crystal ball at home. This could absolutely turn on me and I could get kabooshed. But I'm going to take off that order to add on to this now. And we're just going to focus on I'll place a stop at the low just in case we get the, you know, you get a tweet and you get that death candle that drops 500 points. You know, I don't want to lose this account over something like that. So I like to have that max pain, the old max pain stop, you know, sometimes. I think, no, Jarf is Dakota, guys. Jarf is Dakota. Nah, just kidding. We're just joking. Yeah, the zombie rally. Yeah. The one time I go super small, every single time, Jen. Every time. Yeah. You go too small and you'll catch 100 points easy. But during New York, guys, I'm like, you know, Friday was not a good day, but for the most part, when I was trading, what I have been trading with the Apex accounts with the 20 copy trading is 1 to 3 micros with NQ during New York. 3's been kind of a sweet spot with the volatility. I'm gonna add into this. So I'm adding a contract. But yeah, 3's been kind of the sweet spot. You can definitely make some bucks. Definitely lose some too. This is looking good. This is looking very strong so far. Oh, I forgot to put another stop down here. I love playing the max pain. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of you could look at it as a bear flag, but I think that's a pretty strong reaction. This is a pretty bullish candle, so I don't know. We'll see. You never know. Or it will, like I said, I'm not sure how it'll throw it in practice. Kind of rip 30 points in favor. Yeah, for sure, pawn. Yep. All right, came right to back to my entry here and popped up. Stops down at 754. We gotta take profit at 834.50, and then gotta run our way up there just in case it wants to run. So we take the first take profit, and what I'm gonna do is just move the runner to break even. That's the plan. Still long one mini from 788. Oh, nice. No, that's a nice trade. Let's take a look at gold. See what gold's up to. Gold looking very bear flag-ish. This looks like a textbook bear flag, so this is interesting. On the 5-minute. See what silver's doing. Silver looking a little more strong, kind of backfilled that 5-minute candle. Nice bounce off my entry there. This blue line here is the open. 789, the light blue line. I don't know why I have that on my chart. I never use it. I'm gonna take that off. It's gone. I like naked charts for the most part. Like I said, I only put the VWAP on it was when I started streaming. I never had the VWAP or anything on the chart. I would just trade naked charts naked. I mean, trade naked charts. Clothed, not naked. No one wants to see that. Yeah, costs. I've hedged accounts. Top step. Yeah, I've hedged evals, so I'm not gonna trade with them anymore. Sounds like Valentine's Day. Trading naked. Hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. All right, inside bar here on Nasdaq. Inside bar, yep. Love to see it break to the upside off this inside bar. Don't really want it to pull back too much. Or at least if it does break this inside bar, that it just traps and then goes higher. That would be a good thing. VWAP walks into the bar. The bartender says what it'll be. VWAP replies just the average, but make it weighted how much everyone's drinking tonight. Miss K's into the wine already. Do I know anything about the 80-20 strategy? No, I never studied it, but it's definitely nothing new. As far as 20 levels, 80 levels, whole numbers and things. So to like scalp off it, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it works. But there's no magic sauce, guys. I'll just leave it to that. I'm not gonna talk down to anyone, but there's just no magic sauce. The magic sauce is if that strategy fits your personality and what you like, if you like it, the way, you know, the scalps and things like that fits you, then trade it because it will probably make you money. But if you don't trade it, or if you're trading it or saying you're trading it and then you do erratic trading after you're in a loser or something like that, then you're going to blow up accounts. You know what I'm saying? So like you could trade inside bars, you could trade ICT, you could trade, you know, whatever, bear flags, bull flags, it all works. It's just you have to stick with it. What happened to me on Friday was erratic trading. Has nothing to do with strategy. You know, so the thing that helps me psychologically is finding a strategy that can help me psychologically trade. Like for me, I don't like sitting in long trades. So perhaps an 80-20 strategy or whatever, if you're trading that, works really well. Would work very well for me for scalping. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of like my opinion on that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, the trick is, like I've always said, is to find a strategy that works for you, that you like, and that you love, and that you can be passionate about, and then stay with it. Stay with it. You know? That's the key to consistency. And I still struggle with that, guys. I mean, like I said, I still struggle with consistency. I want to be a lot more consistent than I am, you know. But yeah, that's my opinion. So that if you find something, trade it and then stick with it though, because there's so many things that work. So many things that work. If I showed, I don't know, I've been thinking about it. I haven't done it yet, but I got those Apex payouts by trading. It's so random. About 80% of all the trades I took to get that 40K Apex payout was picking one bar during YM, during the New York Open Dow, and I was trading YM and righty. And if one particular candle was green, I went long. If one particular candle was red, I went short. And that was it. And that was it. So, you know, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, it's just nuts. It's crazy what can work. I mean, I flipped a coin one day. I showed it on stream. I flipped a coin one day during New York Open with ES and passed an eval. I literally flipped a coin every time. So what I had is I had a bracket with the ES, and it was like a 10-point. I don't remember if it was like a 5-point ES bracket, like a 5-point stop loss, 5-point take profit. And I flipped the coin, and then every time it went heads, I went long. Every time it went tails, I went short, and I passed an eval. Like, just to show like the market randomness one day. I want to see a stronger move here. Off this inside bar. I want to take out the high now. We're right there. I can't imagine us putting in a double top, but it is possible. Anyways, back to the chat. Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm just trying to focus on this trade here, but yeah, it's fun. That's what I love about trading, is that there's so many different ways to make money in this, and that everyone in the chat trades differently. And that's the other weird thing, is that you can literally, if I showed you a strategy and said like, this makes money, I guarantee you're gonna do something different. Like, you're gonna like tweak it or do something. Like, that's the trader in us. You know, that's the trader in us. Like biblical in our chat. Like, he's been trading inside bars. He trades a lot of inside bars. Got into payouts and made a lot of money trading the inside bar that I, you know, when I first started streaming, he you know, this is nothing new. It's just, I'm kind of like the first person to stream it, right? Where I trade inside bars, and then he made it his own and trades it completely different than I do. And I don't even know what he does, but it makes money. So, you know, it's one of those things. Yeah, risk management for sure. I agree with that. Risk management sauce. Never had an issue. Oh, what's up, Jarf? Yeah. Do you have access to inside? Do I have the inside bar indicator? Yeah, it's right here. It's LDT inside outside bars. Yeah, LDT inside outside bars. All right, we're in a double top here, but I don't know. Maybe I'm holding this too long. We'll see. We'll let it play out. See if it wants to play out. This could be one of those things where if I was in a mini, I probably would have already hopped out and said, nah, I'm not going to wait till the top here. But we did put in a double top. Nate trades, I might be a little crazy. Oh, I am. Trust me. What's up? All right, we're getting pushed back down here. Who else we got in here? But yeah, yeah, YT, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm not talking trash, I think, or anything like that. Like, I'm really like supportive of everyone's strategies, like, because I know like everyone in this chat like trades something different, you know, and that's the thing. And it's like, it's all about like risk management and like how, like, and I think like a lot of traders and streamers will tell you the same thing. It's like you find something that fits your personality. For instance, like I got some back tested strategies that have a 25% win rate, but make a lot of money. But is it something that I can deal with losing 8, 9, 10, 15 trades in a row or 15 days in a row, and then like hitting a big winner one day or something like that? Like I have a lot of like systematic trades that I've back tested for 2 years that are profitable today. But like having a 20% win rate or 25% win rate, like I just can't, like it's hard for me. Like, you know, if I get stopped out, can I walk away from that account for the day? And the answer is probably not, because I know myself. I'm much better having a 90% win rate with a negative R&R or something, like, you know, where I make $100 a day, but if I lose 300 or something, but I'm winning 90% of the time. Like that's, you know, that fits my personality a little bit more. This is an ugly candle, this candle here. This outside bar here, I don't like that. I might hop out of this trade. I can't believe we didn't push up through here. As soon as I hop out, you know, it's just going to come down to the VWAP bounce and then head right up to 834. But I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold this because, I mean, I'm accepting the risk of $300. I'm going to accept that risk on this eval and to see if this plays out, because it could come back down to my, this is the nice thing about trading small with the micros right now. Currently about 10 points above my average entry. We can also trade some gold too if I see some. Ooh, I like this. Might get trapped, but I'm taking a short on gold. And stop's gonna be swing high, about 10 points away with 2 micros. I like this inside bar bear flag break. So I'm currently short gold, long Nasdaq. See if we can get a cabooshin. Like, if you guys are new to the channel, like I don't, like, this is not a signal service. Like, I'm not, like, that's not what this channel is about. So I just encourage you guys not to follow my trades or anything. Trade for yourself. Feel free to ask questions about prop firms or whatever, or like if you're seeing something where you you know, talk markets, whatever. But just wanted to say that we got so many new subs. I just wanted to say that again. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for guys using code PINE and all that good stuff. Right back to the entry. So it did put in a double top, pulling right back here, touching this VWAP. We're going to hold tight, keep our stop at 754. And we are short gold, 2 micros. See if we can get some continuation. So gold, I haven't had much luck with gold lately, getting the continuation moves. We'll see. All right, Nasdaq breaking off this outside bar. People had their goldfish trade for them nomadic trades. Yeah, it's funny. No hedging. Oh, you can go short gold and long Nasdaq. That's no issue. You can't go gold and silver hedge. You can't do like ES Nasdaq hedge, things like that. You're good. Big 15-minute inside bar on Nasdaq. I believe it. Do I trade Bitcoin, MBT, CA2? No, not at all. Having 4 Lucid Flex accounts might change my life. Zero consistency. So I had 2 big days last week. Just hit my 5th day for minimum profit. Yeah, Lucid Flex accounts are great. Absolutely. Jared, congratulations. Think Pine Tree is related to Jonathan Pine? I don't know who Jonathan Pine is. Not related to Alpine either. All right, let's go, Ricardo. Ricardo won a giveaway and already passed the eval, so congratulations. Scalpa, what's up? So, let's see, gold right now taking some heat. Looking like the bear flag is failing. So, that's not a good sign, but stops at the swing high. Couldn't get that continuation down that move, so not yet anyway. I only have a 50% win rate, but I make up for it by like 800 trades a day. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, normally, like when I'm trading discretionary, I have around a 60, usually around like 63 to 65%. That's usually pretty good. You know? How come you use market orders, not limit orders for entries? Because to be honest with you, Scalpa Delpa, I would have, but I'm like, because I'm like looking at the chat and going back and forth. It's very distracting, like doing chat and like trading and things like that. So like the time I looked over and saw it, I just hopped in. Yep. Yeah, but like if I had been trading or watching the chart, I'd have been like, oh, inside bar, and then I would just place the limit order. Yep. All right, Nasdaq getting that pop again. But gold taking heat, so currently down 40 bucks unrealized right now. But nice reaction off that off the VWAP, so maybe we actually do. If we can push up through that 820, maybe push up through that 834, and then leave that runner. Z-Core, what is up? It's good to see you, man. Fiber Splice in the house. Thought me and Alpine were brothers. We're bros. We're just bros. Although we haven't met in person yet, but hopefully soon. Just hasn't worked out yet. There's been a few times where we should have met up, but I just haven't had the opportunity to get to some of those things. Do you know Johnny Appleseed? They should have top steps to the 10 eval a month that they now enforce. Oh yeah, the focus trading program. I mean, yeah, for us degens, 10 evals can be, if you're trying to pass 5 of them at once, for sure. You always hit market order. Good evening. Trying to Eddie Trader in the house. First payout TPT. I'm 300 bucks above the buffer. You can take the payout, Eddie Trader. Yeah, there's no minimum. You can take the payout, put it in your wallet, your virtual wallet on Take Profit Trader. Congratulations, being above the buffer. If it's your, like, not financial advice at all, you do you. But you know what I'm going to tell you is that if it was my very first payout, I'm taking that 300 bucks. Taking the 300 bucks and then trade the next day. That's what I'm doing. But you do you. Congratulations on your very first payout, if you take it. And to do it with Take Profit Trader is not easy. And just think, like, you can do it again tomorrow. Or, you know, whenever it resets. So once you get the payout and it's approved and it goes into your virtual wallet, you can do it again tomorrow. All right, gold is holding up on this flag short, and Nasdaq's pushing up now. So we are green everywhere. So where's my target on gold gonna be? Let's look. Let's see if we got any zero prints down below. So we have some zero prints down here and down below on gold. So what I'm going to look for is the 50.26.9. So 50.26.9, right around that area. Right around the 50.27. 2 micros. It seems like a long ways away, but I think that's a good play. And that'll give me about a 1-to-1. We do have a bunch of zero prints up here too on gold. So, but I'd like to see that this actually get cabooshed now. A nice break of 50.36 will be okay with me. Let's take a look at Nasdaq now. So Nasdaq holding that VWAP. This inside bar failed, but we are kind of breaking the flag. Kind of. I might be making that up in my head, but just because I'm long, but we'll see. So short gold, long Nasdaq. Let's see what happens. Unrealized up about 80 bucks. If this trade plays out, I'll be up probably like 400 or 500 bucks. If it plays out on both sides. If not, we'll be down about 400 or 500 bucks, but ooh, I like this gold. This is good. I'm not going to add to this, though, because if this was Nasdaq, I'd probably add to it. But gold, it likes to do those bounces, and if I add to it, it's going to lower my average, and it'll probably bounce just to backfill this candle. So right now I'm not going to add to it. I'm just going to leave it be. And Nasdaq just kind of hovering around just above my entry. We've been in this Nasdaq trade for about 20 minutes now. So these are the types of trades during New York that I do not do. During Globex, I've kind of gotten used to holding through trades. But like, I don't like holding through trades very long on during New York. I like to be in and out. In and out. Well, congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, definitely something does change upon when you get your first payout. Usually it's something's clicking, right? So something's clicking, especially if you've been grinding for months or years to get that first payout like it did with me. Like I grinded for 3 years just to get that one payout, that very first one. And so, yeah, I mean, definitely something starts to click. Now, if you're someone that's like only, so I've seen this curse where someone's only traded for like a week and gotten a payout, and I'm like, what the heck is that? That's usually kind of like, it's like a little bit of like a curse, like, and then the next thing you know, they struggle for a while. But the funny thing is, my brother, him and I started trading together. Futures, my younger brother, he's the one that got me into futures trading. I didn't know anything about it. I was trading stocks and, you know, trying to like trade Tesla and swing trading, things like that. And then my brother says, why don't you look into futures trading, you know? And so I started looking into futures trading, and we looked into it together, and we started trading it together, and I started learning together on how to do things. And he's way more disciplined than I am. I'm a gunslinger. And he ended up getting a payout from UProfit probably back in 2022 after less than a year of trading, and started consistently getting payouts. And then they ended up rug pulling him. And basically it's like, oh, you can't trade the way. All he was doing was trading ES. And he was like trading very systematically off a 30-minute ES chart. And yeah, they rug pulled him. And then he, you know, he never really recovered after that. Like, it kind of messed with him a lot. And then he ended up, I don't know, I won't get too deep in it, but he ended up getting, you know, having a family and all this stuff, and then never truly got back into trading again. And but has always, like, him and I still talk about trading, and we still talk to each other about systematic stuff. And I'll send him things that I found through back testing, and he'll send me stuff that but he doesn't trade really. So it's kind of interesting. I'm still grinding. I've still been doing it. Haven't stopped since 2021 with the futures. All right, Nasdaq just above my entry here, so it's kind of consolidating right at the VWAP. Don't really know what's going to happen. It kind of feels like a coin flip at this moment. Gold looking pretty good so far. I like to see a push down to the lows. Maybe we get it. Polk County man, in my opinion, can you be successful only trading micros? Yes. 110%. Polk County man. 110%. My inside bars don't include the wick. Yeah, I do. I take shorts. Yeah. Yeah, I do include the wick. I don't actually. Now, this is something that, like, maybe you find But I take the whole thing. Yeah. Hit you up on. Oh, thank you, Z-Core. Yeah, I barely look at it. Yeah, everything, all my Instagrams and Twitter and stuff is all just a funnel for this show, for the YouTube show. So yeah, I appreciate that, Z-Core. I don't look at that stuff much. Thank you. All right, looks like Nasdaq straight back to the entry. Gold's looking good though. So Nasdaq here's kind of just hovering. Another inside bar though. This is very nasty action. Hopefully we can hold this, but it's I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little dumpy to me. Maybe we just focus on that gold trade. I'm just gonna focus on the gold trade here. I don't really like that. I lost a little bit. This is looking dumpy. Maybe we add to this if we can get another push down. So I'm flat on Nasdaq. I'm short on the gold still. Looking for that 50.27. Nasdaq was just after that inside bar break there. Like we kept trying to retest. I don't know. Right now it looks like it might try to push down at 70.81 minimally. You know, no guarantees, but it's trying to push down below that VWAP now. So completely flat on that. Lost a little bit. Focusing on this really good trade right now. It was about 10 points on gold, which is insane to think that one mini on with 10 points with gold is $1,000. Trades like Nasdaq some days nowadays. Silver, we also got top of the hour. Silver's pushing down as well. Very weird pattern on the silver. Nice first inside bar break on the silver. So I have a video on that, on silver inside bars. The very first one, I have a video on that too, if you guys want to check those out. Oh, inside bar on gold here. Come on, just get a push down. NQ's pissing you off? Yeah, it's very, very, very choppy. This is very, very choppy. Now, this could keep pushing up to the high. I think it still will eventually. I don't know when, but like taking out that ORB high, which is right here, is the 5 minute after we swept the low. But yeah. Now we're printing in this gold inside bar. Might be one of those see money, take money nights and not looking for the big moves, the bigger moves, where it's kind of a holiday. It's going to be a lower volume tomorrow morning, tonight, perhaps. But we got Tokyo Open here in about 4 minutes. Shame sounded like he had an edge, sweet. Yeah, he does. And I still have that edge. It's one of those, like kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where it doesn't really fit my personality. It's like holding, and you kind of have to like manage it all day. You know, where it's I don't quite remember it, but it's like a 30-minute time frame, and he's basically like will trail it behind the 30 minutes, and he catches, basically catching a trend day. You know, he tries to catch a trend day, and then he has a specific spot where he would move it to break even. I think maybe 10 points or 15 points in his favor. Then he would move it to break even anyway, kind of protect his account. But then when he did catch a trend day, it would be a nice move, and he would make a lot of money, and then he would have like a max stop of like $500 for the day or something like that. But it was working. It was successful, and the key is that he was just so disciplined about trading his edge that he ended up getting a payout from the U profit of of all things, which I don't even know still exists. But yeah, then they end up doing the retroactive rug pull type deal. $10 in gold is nice, yeah, for sure. Was NQ shaking out paper hands? Probably. But yeah, it just wants to. We'll see what happens with Tokyo, though. We should get a good move. I might even close this gold trade here. I'm gonna close the gold trade here, so I'm pretty much break even, I think. Yeah, up $20. We're just not getting that big move yet. I'm gonna wait for the open here in 2 minutes, and then see what happens. The reason why I got out of this trade is because of the inside bar right here, and then we do have tons of zero print unfinished business up to the upside on gold. So 50.66 or 50.63, or actually even lower, 50.62. Yeah, all up through here, guys, because what happens was the market would just move so fast from the open with gold that it left all this unfinished business up here. And you can see these little spikes of like 18 and things like that. This is all orders that got filled. Then it leaves all these blank spots. So eventually, usually what happens is it comes up and it'll retest all of this. And we watch it a lot on the stream. And this is something that I observed one day while I was streaming. And then I started using it and ended up getting a pile of lucid payouts, scalping this stuff. But I would do it early and often during the open. And so I would be like very aggressive about it. And then I just kind of strung together, 2 weeks worth of 3 weeks worth of scalps and got some big payouts doing that. But now I try to be a little systematic where I'm looking for an inside bar or looking for a momentum candle down into those zones or up into those zones, and then I'll hop in. And you can see, and I don't like when it has just singles. So like when it just has singles, these probably will get filled eventually, but like they don't really mean much. But when you have like big groups of like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and then you have orders on both sides of them, that tends to be a little more powerful. All right, Tokyo Open, guys, good luck. Oh, there goes Nasdaq. Jen, I hope you still were in that trade. That was nice. So took out the ORB, shook me out, paper hand. Oh well. Ever heard the reference Wall Street Fool? No, sturdy gentleman, no. What's up, futures trading with Kellyanne? Good to see you. Pretty awesome. What's up, Kellyanne? I was always wondering, I was like, when is Kellyanne gonna stop into my stream? Well, here's Kellyanne. What's up, Kellyanne? Good to see you. All right, so yeah, it's up about $20. Got shooken out of that trade there, but we'll wait for the next one. Who else we got here? Oof. Toy Trades, post herself 812 GTS. Trend lines are paying off. Oh, Kellyanne just ordered a car. Kellyanne just ordered a Porsche. She was talking about it on another chat. Congratulations on the car, Kellyanne. Grandma's gonna be riding in style. She refers to herself as grandma, so. Porsche Cayenne GTS Turbo, I think it's called. Nice. That's gonna be awesome. Are you looking up every day? That's an inside bar, so that's easy for you to look up and back test. Oh, nice, sturdy gentleman. I don't really back test. I never really trade inside bars or anything like that on higher time frames, but I know a lot of people do look at them. I know an hourly can be kind of powerful, but I always say like an outside bar, an inside bar, and stuff like that. An outside bar is more powerful than an inside bar. And then what I like. One of my favorite trades is looking for a Harami candle after we sweep a high or a low, after we make a high or a low on a higher time frame, and then we get that reversal. That's my favorite setup. Someone asked me like if I could trade one setup for life. That's the one, probably. Some days none of it works. Some days none of it works. All right, Nasdaq, push it up here to 843, pulling back to the VWAP. We got gold looking dumpy as well. Still like the gold short. Wow, there goes the gold. So yeah, it's just one of those nights where I got shaken out, paper-handed. I think maybe I'm a little gun-shy just from being a little tilty on Friday, where I end up losing those accounts. And that might be playing some effect. Because both my trade ideas did work. Now in hindsight, but I paper-handed them big time. So sometimes that can be an effect, right? Like if you're tilty, tilt can last a few days, you know, so it can kind of affect the way you trade. Like very rarely, like will I have a tilt day where I lose a bunch of accounts and then I end up getting like a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 payout with Take Profit Trader or something, you know. Usually, like when I get those big payouts with Take Profit Trader, it's because I'm trading well and I'm kind of like, I really want to push it, you know. I feel like, all right, let's go, we can push it. But those days, sometimes those can be a double-edged sword too, where you end up going too big, too heavy. But gold sweeping here, so this is interesting here. I'm gonna watch for gold. I'm gonna wait for an inside bar, maybe a long after that big push down, and then let's see if we can repair some of those zero prints up towards the top, from the 50-60 area up into this zone. So I'm just gonna watch here. Now we could just have a trend day and start putting in a channel to the downside. I don't really know. I mean, like I said, I don't have my crystal ball, and the magic 8 ball I have is from Temu, so that doesn't really work either. But let's see. Tory trade strategy. You mean trend lines? No. That's a. I mean, I guess it's a trend line, but it's a bear flag and bull flag. So I trade bull flags, bear flags, not so much trend lines, but you can call them trend lines too, I guess. But yeah. What happens to futures for a future, Yo Jim? I don't know. I have suspicions that they probably might have got some heat, you know, from certain streamers that we know Kellyanne knows that like to push, throw around the I'll sue you. You know, that's what I'm guessing with futures for our future. But you watch the daily, sturdy gentleman. Nice. Major tilt last week after the Tuesday trade evade stuff. Yeah, Friday was. So I had some post payout degeneracy. The PPDS, DGS. Yeah. Post tilt stress disorder. Yeah. Yeah. Friday was not a good day. Friday was not a good day. So we had to rebuild. I had to rebuild Friday afternoon. I ended up rebuilding, and we'll start this week fresh for the most part. But that's okay. I mean, you get a big payout, and you know, like someone was telling me, like you could, I mean, to like think about what you used to make at the post office. Like you just made that in a payout in like 2 weeks, like 3 weeks or something like that. And I go, yeah, I know, but still, it's like I kind of look at it like, you know, when you've been trading since 2021 futures, you know, you want more from yourself. You want to be better, and like it was just dumb. Like I took a beautiful base hit on Friday, $250 across like 20 accounts, and then I was just like, that's enough. You know, thinking to myself, that's enough. I walk away, I come back to the chart, which is always a mistake. And I kind of like, was like, ooh, this looks like a really good setup. Took it, did not work. And then once I slipped back underneath the high water mark, it was downhill from there. So. I don't know, futures trading. I don't know. I just have suspicions. I'm thinking like something happened, like where they just disappeared, you know, Kellyanne. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it seems like something happened. Tory trades tan lines. You didn't like it when they had you on, for sure. Yeah. Big Cat Futures in the house. What's going on? Moving very quickly. All these firms need to be enabled big discounts in order to pay out, and Ponzi schemes one day they'll get cracked. Oh, we know one is being considered a Ponzi scheme. That's for sure. Which is a joke. Somehow, a particular prop firm can be a Ponzi scheme and be labeled as a Ponzi scheme to try to get back money, but that one person is not in jail or being prosecuted. It's a little weird. Sorry, watching behind. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. It's all good. So I'm just watching for another trade here. NQ has. I like this outside bar here. We might just hop back in long here. Wait, see here. Currently up a whopping $20 on this take profit trader account. Eval. Trying to get it passed. I got 3 of them passed. I need to trying to get to 5 again. Did I lose the apex? Yeah, I did, Cody. Yep, I did. Call self-sabotage, but I don't know. It seems more primal. I know. Oh, nice Nick trade. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way. So, I mean, I think... So, the reason why I got those payouts... what's up, Red Candles, by the way? The reason why I got that payout on those that accounts was because I just took like 1 to 3 trades a day and just walked away, and that was the key. Just kind of taking that base hit and walking away. That's kind of a prop game that you can play. I mean, Alpine Trader does a good job at that. He's always been an inspiration for when it came to that. Just taking that one trade in the morning. And if he hits, $300-400, and then he's done. And you string together, a week's worth of that, and then you get to a payout. And, but yeah, I mean, it's just nuts. Where am I at with the chat? Sorry, I'm way off. Yeah, it is Kellyanne. Yeah, it is. I have not yet. No, mine. I have an extension on mine. I was able to get an extension, so, which is good. It's not a whole lot, because mine was just a payout. At the time I wasn't an affiliate or anything, so it was just a payouts, but it's still outrageous and stupid. It's insane. Gives me agita. But I am part of your group, though. I am part of the group, Kellyanne. I passed 2 tick traders. Red candles. Let's go. I haven't traded. I've never traded with tick actually. Alpine Trader used to trade with tick a lot. Anya, I'm for Lucid. Which one is the best to take? I like the flex or the straight to fundeds. Anya, yeah, for Lucid. Those are the ones I prefer. I usually, when I buy accounts, the evals to trade, I trade the flex accounts. $300K for callbacks. That is insane. Yeah, it's, and who knows? Like, I mean, where's all the crypto? Where's all the crypto that people paid with? Where is it? Tick's been around a while. Red candles, but yeah, it's kind of not looking good. I don't know. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's tough to lose them, I think part of it, so like the recipe was like I was trading with Take Profit Trader and getting those daily payouts on the regular, and then that way I could base hit the Apex and the other accounts. So I was just kind of base hitting them, and then Take Profit Trader, I was getting the daily payouts. So Take Profit Trader was the one that I was degenning, meaning like trading a little bit heavier size, kind of looking for, if I was up on the day, I would push it a little bit more type thing. But I really didn't trade any of the other accounts, like with the Apex. I just protected those like babies. And then so like if I just found a trade with Apex, I took it, and win or loss, I was content. And then with Take Profit Trader, I would push the button a little more. But then I after getting a bunch of payouts with those Take Profit Trader accounts this past month, I lost the account, so I lost the account one day, and I've been trying to rebuild them. So I got the 5 going right now, the evals, but then ended up, pushing the button too many times with the 20 Apex accounts, and then end up losing them. So, unfortunately, that's kind of what happened. So I'm trying to get back to doing the same recipe where I keep the one account around, preferably a daily payout account, right? So I can feel like I'm getting paid on the daily basis, and then just grind out the accounts that I have to trade 8, 9, 10 or more days, and just grind those out. And that seems to be the recipe that's been working lately. I just got to go back to it. Oh, you meant to say Take Profit Trader. Oh, okay, red candles. Okay, yeah. I was told trading small would help hold my winners to target, but that doesn't even work. So yeah, so Jen, so I find you got to find the sweet spot that works for you 100%. I know exactly what you're saying, because sometimes holding on to your winning trades, it's a double-edged sword, right? If I trade too small, I overtrade. But if I trade right at that, whether it's 3 micros to 1 mini, then I don't overtrade as much. It's just a psychological thing. If I hop in this trade and I go, well, I'm gonna long 1 micro. Okay. To me, like that, I'm not patient enough to do that. But if I hop in 1 mini and I take 15, 20 points, I'm like, okay, that's nice. But during New York, usually around 3 micros, 3, maybe 4 micros, that seems to be a really nice sweet spot for me. Like 3 micros, you catch a nice little move and you're up, you know, $250, you know, with a 3 micros during the New York session. That seems to be kind of a sweet spot. I've always said it, like Tom Hugard used to talk about this a lot, where he would say, you know, you got to trade just big enough to like really be focused on the trade. And what he said is like he would use the analogy of driving down the Autobahn, right? So you're driving down the Autobahn. So this is like trading 1 micro, right? You're driving down the Autobahn at 20 miles an hour. You know, you're eating donuts, you're drinking coffee, you're driving with your knee. You know, you're in Kellyanne's Porsche, right? But you're going 20 miles an hour. Now, if you're down in the Autobahn and you're in Kellyanne's Porsche and you're doing 140, you're like, that's like trading minis. Now you're focused, you're hyper-focused. You're not going to get sloppy with your entries. You're not going to get sloppy with your stop losses. You're gonna like, okay, is it, if I can take 1 trade today, is this the trade I want to take? Like, that's how I like look at like trading minis and stuff, you know? But like I said, if you're driving down the Autobahn at 20 miles an hour in Kellyanne's Porsche, it's like, you're like, you know, you got the Starbucks coffee, you know, you got the Dunkin' Donuts donut, and you're like, that's like Tom Hugard talks about that, and it makes a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. And I noticed this like same thing. Like if I trading 1 micro, it's like, it's not enough size. So you'll never see me trading like 1 micro with Nasdaq. Something with silver, yes, 1 micro. With gold, yeah, sometimes 1 micro, just because they're so over leveraged. But Nasdaq, sweet spot for me is like, unless I'm averaging in, is like 2 or 3 micros on those smaller accounts. But like on Take Profit Trader, a lot of times, even on a funded, I'll be trading like 5 micros to 1 mini or more. But yeah, anyways. A little ramble, but yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Jarv, let's go past 250k flexes, cows. Lucid, let's go. So the nice thing with Lucid, Jarv, is that you can activate them the same day. So if you guys haven't traded with Lucid, you can activate those accounts once you pass them, most of the time the same day. Usually you wait about 5 minutes or so and it'll be right there. So I am not digging this price action right now. We are kind of slowly grinding to the upside. We did put in an inside bar, and the best I could see, like maybe we take a scalp back down into the VWAP on the short. But let's take a look at gold real quick. Gold kind of bear flagging again, and it's just kind of riding this channel. So not really digging the price action. But I am watching the chart. I'm doing a lot of talking, but I am watching the charts. Upside targets. So long term, I'm looking at Nasdaq. I'm looking at these single prints from the market profile theory is up and through here. If we end up catching a long, looking at the hourly chart, so above 25,000 basically. I was super shocked that we didn't actually push up more up into this on Friday, but we just did not have the power to do it. So do we have to? No, but those would be my upside targets if I was looking for a kind of an intraday swing. Is up into there. But right now it's very weak, and you guys got to remember, like, the indices are closed. The equities, I mean, are closed, so the stock market's closed tomorrow. You should trade the strat with options. Why do you like outside buyers so much, Coach Set? Just because they tend to be very it's more for a scalp where it's like a trap candle. So when you have an outside bar, it tends to trap a lot of people. So basically, it'll, on a 5-minute chart, it'll push up and then trap a bunch of like longs, right, trying to take the breakout, and then it'll pull back and then, you know, puts in the outside bar. So it tends to be a big trap candle. Tonight they're not working at all. Yeah, they're not working. Inside bar. So this, when you get lower volumes, they're just not working. But yeah, that's why I like them. You kind of get a good feel too. Like if you're watching the chart and you'll see it happen, especially when you have an inside bar. One of my favorite trades to take is when you have an inside bar and you take it and it fails and puts in an outside bar. I'll flip the switch. So let's just say I took this long here off this inside bar and it fails, which it did, but then the next candle immediately puts in a reversal, excuse me, and then puts in an outside bar, not like a few candles down, but like immediately puts in an outside bar, and then it starts to break that outside bar. I'll flip the switch. I'll go short, like quick. And usually if you're lucky, it becomes a momentum candle, and then, you know, you'll make back that loss and then some. It's a little dangerous. Trading smaller helps with something like that. Of course, like if you're in a mini and these candles are big enough, that might be the end of your account. If it, you know, even a little push back up before it falls could be the end of your account. But that's just from oversizing, right? That's from being over leveraged with $2,000 worth of drawdown on a 50K account. But yeah. Yeah, price action sucks crypto. I agree. Would say my eval wasn't a bonehead. Blackout news. It's all right, man. You're gonna go through a lot of evals. It's perfectly normal. You guys gonna lose funded accounts too. It's perfectly normal. I was talking about it today with Terry Trades about how when people get to the last day before a payout, that they end up losing their accounts. And we've all done it, you know, most of all of us have done it, and it's definitely a psychological thing, right? And then people get so hard on themselves, and I just want to tell them, like, it's okay, like we all have done it, and you know, you're gonna get right back on the horse, and you're gonna get to another payout, and you're gonna get that payout. Like, you know, that last day before a payout when you only need to make $100 or whatever, you know. Traps a lot of boneheads. Stepwolf, yeah, for sure. Chinese New Year, probably a little low volume. Oh, is it, Anya? I didn't know that. Yeah. Broadening formation that forms an outside bar. Oh, nice, Coach Set. See, I never heard about the strat until one of you guys, like, you know, like yourself, Coach Set, came on my stream one day and like, oh, you trade the strat. And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm like, what strat? Like, what are you talking about? And then they mentioned this guy, and I was like, oh, I was like, I've actually never, I didn't know anything about it. And then I looked it up, and then I was like, oh, that's interesting. The guy had traded inside bars and stuff back, what, in the 90s, I guess. I mean, like I said, it's nothing new. And it kind of like stemmed one day where I was just like going through the indicators, like, you know, everyone does. And I was going through all the indicators, just trying to like find my way and trying to figure out what I wanted to trade and how I wanted to trade. And, you know, I was going from TPO charts. I used to trade off TPO charts. I've done it all. And then all of a sudden I was like, I would notice these candles without any of this indicators. I would notice these candles, these reversal type candles. And I would be like, I'd tell my brother, I'd be like, oh, look, like I'd take this, look at this candle. Like we were pushing up through the highs, and then, and then we consolidated with this 5-minute candle, and then I would take a short off it, and like it worked out so good. And, like I would, I was just trying to figure out something, and then all of a sudden I was like, and then I found that indicator and it said inside bars, and I popped it up on the chart, and I was like, oh, I'm like, I kind of like that. And I just started looking at it, because I always kind of traded off the 5-minute chart just from watching Tom Hugard and Al Brooks and things like that. And it was always like the 5-minute chart. And then and every time I put a 1-minute chart on it, it was just too much noise for me. I just couldn't deal with it. So yeah, so it's interesting. And then someone said, like I started streaming, and then someone would said, oh, you trade the strat. And I was like, no, I don't know anything about it. And then, so I read a little bit about it, but then I didn't really study it or anything after. Trade the flip, Big Cat. Yeah, for sure. John buys distressed real estate. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Rob Smith. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yep. Yeah. So I never heard of it, but yeah, it's maybe I'm reincarnated Rob Smith. Who knows? No, I think he was a little more technical than me. Which he looked for a little more nuance from when I read a few pages of his stuff. He had a little bit of confluence. He would look for a little more confluences, the candles before or after, things like that. I never really do. I just try to keep it really super simple and just look for the breaks. If we have a bear flag or a bull flag, and then we have an inside bar, and kind of take those breaks, that works really good for me. But overall, it's just kind of like looking at having that screen time and just kind of looking at the price action, what things are doing. I'm very discretionary. Like, I can be a very discretionary trader. You guys will see that. And discretionary trading works great until it doesn't, And like I told you guys earlier, is that I end up getting that big payout with Apex by literally, if this particular candle was green, I went long. If this particular was red, I went short. It was from back tested data with Righty and YM, but I think the key was just taking the one trade and then walking away more than the strategy itself. But is the stock market closed on President's Day? Yes. So the futures market's open until 1 p.m. Eastern time. And if you're trading with any prop firms, some prop firms count tonight and tomorrow and Tuesday. Tuesday as one day. So depending if you're trading any consistency accounts or anything like that, you want to watch for that. So it kind of looks like we're just gonna break higher here. Let's take a look at gold here. Just kind of stuck in a downwards channel. I missed my opportunities tonight, really. I will look to see if we can find another trade here, but I really paper-handed my two trades. I was long Nasdaq and short gold. They both worked out beautifully, and I paper-handed them just before the Tokyo Open, and go figure. So now I'm like looking for a trade, and usually when you're looking for a trade, is never a good thing. The best trades always just kind of like come to you, like they just appear. I think we've all been there where like those trades, the best trades are the ones that you're scrambling to sign into your accounts because you're like, oh, this is going to be a good one. And you're like, all right, let me get into this account. Like, hurry up. Like, those are the trades that are the best trades to me. Singles and doubles. That's right, Fiber Splice. Singles and doubles. Probably lost about 40K in payouts in the last day. Old habits die hard. Oh, Jarf, I'm 100% with you. Old habits die hard. The strat is by someone named Rob Smith, futures trading, Kellyanne. And it's something that I learned from the chat one day. They said, "Oh, you trade very similar to this guy named Rob Smith," and I've never heard of him. I'm assuming he was maybe an old floor trader or something. But yeah, if you Google like hard enough, you'll see something called the strat from Rob Smith. Pretty interesting. And then like you talk a lot about inside bars and outside bars, but yeah, he uses a little more. But yeah. Hey, TJP in the house. What's up, TJP? Good to see you. Guys, do me a favor. I haven't asked too much tonight. If you could just do me a favor and smash that like button, that really helps out the channel. It helps push it out across the, the YouTube algorithms and all that good stuff. So if you guys just hit that like button, just do me a favor. I appreciate that. But yeah, so psyched, guys. I mean, the fact that we've taken this channel for me talking to myself for hours to having 300 to 400 people watching every single night of the week is amazing. And we're pushing, we're over 6,000 subs now, and I can't really believe it. So if you guys go back to my old videos, I joke about it, but like it's literally me talking to myself for hours with no one in the chat. And so now the chat goes so fast, or there's so many people in the chat that I don't even get to all you guys while I'm trying to trade. So, and it's a blessing, because to me, like, the chat is part of the show. So I appreciate everyone being here and spending your Sunday night with me. It's pretty awesome. Looks like you trade 5-minute order blocks, breakouts like me. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know order blocks. I don't know ICT at all. But yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, Kellyanne trades Rankos, some people trade Heikin-Ashi candles, and it's to her, that's what works. And like I was saying earlier, guys, like, it's about finding that strategy that works for you and sticking with it. It's Friday, like someone was like, oftentimes, like when I lose an account or I blow up when I blow up a funded account, like evals, I trade evals aggressively. I just try to get them passed. But when I blow up a funded account, people say, well, what happened? Like, how did that happen? And it's like, well, it had nothing to do with my strategy. It just had to do with everything to do me not following a strategy and doing erratic trading and pushing buttons and going in too heavy with, like, you're in 3 micros and the next thing you're in 3 minis, that kind of stuff, and that's what sucks. So, and that's stuff that I'm still working on. I'm still trying to figure out, and I'm finding more and more success. I've had more payouts, I just broke a milestone. This was my largest single payout. Of course, it was copy traded across multiple accounts, but it was my largest single payout. $30,000 in one payout, and then $10,000 10 days prior to that. So $40,000 in practically one shot is my single largest. Believe it or not, my previous record, Kellyanne, was with Fast Track. That was my previous record from before. So for largest single payout. But now we can't even count that. So that one doesn't even count. So what's the tax? I don't know, Big Cat. I had no idea. Already off. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I just hand that stuff off. Oh, thank you for the sub, Philip Baker. Appreciate that. Who else we got in here? Digital Nukes in the house. Yeah, we're kind of grinding higher right now. Not really seeing much. Thank you guys for hanging out. Taking a few trades tonight. We tried it. Basically took a long. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the orders here. So basically took a long. After you guys know, this is aggravating me because whatever. Because we didn't hold it. We got shooken out right here, just like Jen said. But this is one of my favorite trades during the Globex, during this stream, is fading the 5-minute ORB. So it set up very nicely where we had a big push up. It came back down. And then the next candle came down. We swept. It put it in a pin bar or close to being a harami candle. The ideal entry would have been here. But because it wasn't a purple harami candle, I didn't take it right off. But once we got this big bullish push up above the VWAP, then we went long. So we went long here. And I ended up adding into it, looking to take out the 5-minute ORB, which is off that candle. So what I like to do is fade the people that are taking ORB shorts. So I like to fade them, or vice versa, like if it pushes up and then heads back down. And then we held it, put it in this inside bar 10 minutes before the Tokyo Open, and kind of like looked like we were trying to break this structure, and I got shooken out. So I got out pretty much a break even, lost a little bit, and as you can see, it shook me out and then popped and went higher. So I should have just went with my initial, like I said, this is all in hindsight. I should have just went with my initial stop, left it alone, and let's see if the trade played out, see if it would play out, and it did. So that was the main trade tonight so far. And then the gold, same thing in a way. Well, no, not the same thing. I was not looking for that fade. I was looking for a short. Let's see. So we broke the bear flag off the inside bar here, and I ended up going short. And I had to stop at the swing high right here, and it played out. It almost stopped us out, and it didn't, and started to come right back down. And I had a target down at the 26 level because we had a bunch of zero prints sitting down there. If you're looking at the DOM, if you go to the histogram, which we still have a bunch of zero prints on gold, which looks like we might test. Like I said, 5 minutes before Tokyo Open, put it in this inside bar, kind of swept to the upside, and I stopped myself out, or took a little bit of profit. And as soon as Tokyo opened, came, tested the VWAP, and ripped right to our take profit. So that's the way my night's gone so far. And we're currently up a whopping $20. So there's a lady on the Ninja Trader Live that trades the strat. She's on the Sunday show, Willie C. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Weber, Florida, what's up? Just trading with your shirts off, bro. Let's get it. Yeah, so I'm on a little bit trying to lose some weight. Going to the gym. Well, I've always gone to the gym, but I'm trying to like watch my diet a little bit. You know, eating a little bit healthier. Not to be able to walk around with my shirt off, but just trying to just watch the health. Trying to eat a little better. Got a good close to 30,000 steps in over the weekend, so let's go, Rick Morgan. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate the nice words. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, we do giveaways as much as possible. I currently don't have any accounts to give away at the moment, but as I get them, I give them away. So, you know, when I get Lucid accounts, I give them away. When I get Apex accounts, I give them away. So we do a lot of giveaways on the stream. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm here every single night, Sunday through Thursday, for a few hours. And occasionally I'll hop on during New York, but not that much. Usually when I hop on, when I'm streaming on New York, it's for like My Funded Futures TV or something. I'll go on as a guest or a host or something like, or a guest host. Sometimes I guest host the show, My Funded Futures TV, but yeah, so, but I'm here every single night like clockwork, and I'm on Twitter. I have a Discord if you guys want to join the Discord. It's free. I'd like to do more with the Discord. I'm kind of hoping that I'm trying to figure out like what to do to improve it. Here's the Discord, and there you go. So if you guys want to join the Discord, it's there. Debt Wolf, you trade on the tick chart, nice. So doesn't Coach Fred trades off tick chart or small time frames too. Thrive trading counts tomorrow and Tuesday as 3 full days. Yeah, for sure. Toy Trades Eyebrows, what's up? Stream there in London. Yeah, there's a good time slot in London. David Becker, for sure. London's where a lot of people could get their start. The funny thing is no one streamed during this time. No one. Except like one person, Stock Tiger. And that's where I kind of got my inspiration. I was like, oh. You know, because actually one day what happened was I was streaming New York. So I started streaming I was streaming New York, and you know, I didn't get anybody following me. I would get no subscribers, no one would watch, and it's understandable. I mean, there's just so many bigger players in the game that stream New York. So I'm and then one day, well, I've been a fan of like Zero Day, and I would see like he'd stream like off hours, and I would be like, that's interesting. Like maybe I should try something like that. And then one day, like, I did that during the market close. So it was like power hour into the market close, and no one else was on streaming that day. Zero Day was off. He wasn't streaming, and I just tried it, and I got like 100 and something people watching me, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll try that. That's what I need to do. But what time frame can I do? Well, I'm on the East Coast, or I was on the East Coast, and then I was like, I don't want to get up at London. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning or something. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm just going to stream the Globex Open. And I noticed like Stock Tiger was doing that, and he had like a couple, you know, like 150 people watching him. So I just started streaming the Globex Open, and then the rest is history. So I just kind of stuck with that. Streaming the Globex Open. I mean, do I love trading this time? No, I don't. People will ask me all the time, like, why are you trading this time? Like, do you like this time over the New York? And I'm like, no, I don't. But for the channel, it's good, and to be able to build my brand and business, it's been great, right? So yeah, like I can't really ask for much more. So that's kind of how it came about. Yeah, Sleepy Mocha for sure. Best Loser Wins by Tom Hugard. Yeah, that book right there. It's one of my. I mean, Tom Hugard is my guru, whatever. Like, you know, you kind of like trying to find someone that's like to kind of when you're new, you know. And Tom Hugard was the guy that I gravitated towards the most. For one, his parents were the same as my father and stepfather. My father's a mechanic, and my mother's stepmother's a nurse. And Tom Hugard's father was the same. Like, I think he did like lawnmower mechanic like work or something, or no, vacuum or something work. My dad's a automotive mechanic, but yeah, it was like that kind of so that I related to that, and I was just like, well, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, well, if he can do it, I can do it type deal, you know? I don't know. It's a little as cheesy as that sounds, but I kind of gravitated towards him. And then like everything that it's very simple read, which is good because I'm a dummy. And it's like real trading, and it just kind of related to me, and everything he says just kind of relates to me. And he's not telling me like any strategies or anything like that to trade, but you know, when I listen to his psychology videos, even though he's not a psychologist, it's like when I listen to his seminars, they relate to me so much. I'm just kind of watching this price. I feel bad about not getting into trades, but like this is like crap to me. So, but yeah, watching his seminars, I'll often go back and listen to him. Like this one right here in particular. Like this one is a bunch of parts. I love this one. Like, and I'll watch this and I'll listen to it like when I'm at the gym or I'm on the treadmill. I'll listen to this stuff. The stuff with Dr. David Paul. This stuff is all great. It's all psychology talk and stuff. You know, I just love this stuff. But yeah, I'll go back and I'll listen to that. I'm way behind in the chat too, guys. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Kellyanne. Appreciate that. Buddha Sunday trading, Mamma Mia. I know. And it's a holiday. And apparently it's Chinese New Year, I guess someone said in the chat. So, which I didn't know that either. Diet is everything. Oh yeah, you know, yeah, absolutely. You can work out as much as you want, but if you're eating a bag of Cheetos, it ain't gonna do much. First time viewer, can I explain my candle colors? Yeah, absolutely. So I have just a few indicators. They're free, whatever. These purple candles are what I call harami candles. The body opens and closes within the body of the previous candle. One of our subscribers made us an indicator for it, and then put it on Tradeovate. So when I started streaming, Ed of the Woods, one of our subscribers, which I don't see too often, but he pops in the chat every once in a while. He just made us an indicator for that, so you can find that in the community indicators. And then the inside bars, the yellow ones, are just that. The wicks in the bodies are within the body of the previous 5-minute candle or whatever time frame you want, and that's called LDT inside outside bars, and it's on the Tradeovate. And the outside bars I have painted pink. That's these candles, and they literally sweep above or below the previous candle and puts in an outside bar. So see how it like went above and below that previous candle. That's an outside bar. So that's it. And the way I trade them, I have videos on it. Inside bars, outside bars, harami candles, on how I trade them. I have a very systematic trade that I kind of invented. I'll take credit for it. I definitely didn't invent the inside bars and outside bars, but I have a very systematic trade that I started trading called the very first inside bar of the session. So during New York, It's a very systematic trade, and it's called the first inside bar. And you know, you can take it for like little 20-point. What I look for is like 20-point scalps, things like that. You can see like this one actually worked for 20 points. But I have a video on that. It's called the ORB killer. And it's just something I observed one day. I was trading inside and outside bars, and I said, what if I take the very first inside bar? And it was kind of inspired by like the Tom Hugard school run trade, things like that, where it was looking at 945, candle break, things like that with YM. I was like, well, what if I tried to trade that first inside bar? And then I just kind of like put a systematic type bracket with it. So it's very interesting. It works really well. It goes through streaks like everything, but it's a good systematic trade. I pass a lot of evals doing that one trade. Like if I have a cheap eval or something and I'm trying to pass it on a one shot, I'll take that very first inside bar and I'll just, you know, send it. I'm gonna trade in the house. What's up? What are my stream days? Sunday through Thursday, usually around 6 to 8. Let's take a look at gold here real quick. Ooh, gold kind of breaking out of the old Tory tan lines here. Kind of breaking out here. Who else we got? Willie C trades, fasting for a few hours after wake up and then go walk for great burning fat. Yeah, so I'm getting I'm trying to get my steps in, you know, minimum of 10,000 in now. I was doing a really good job with that. I got back from Vegas and I slipped a little. I was getting like 20,000 steps in a day and when I was in Las Vegas a few weeks ago, but then I got back and I was just like, started getting a little lazy about it. Well, I'm getting back into it. The weather's starting to, well, it still sucks, but starting to break a little bit. So hopefully I can do a lot more outdoor hikes and things, which is my favorite thing to do. Oh yeah, Jen. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. A lot of times what you see is like not real on YouTube. I'll just put it that way. There's a lot of things that are not real. But definitely one of the #1 affiliates in the space. Absolutely. And I've been there. You know, I was lucky enough to go down to the BDH. Have dinner with Patrick and the crew, and they treated me like royalty, you know, down there. So really good people behind the scenes, you know, really good people. Oh, for sure, futures trading, Kellyanne. Yeah. It's hard to stream and host, and it's like you're multitasking big time. You know, I got like, you know, Streamlabs going up. I'm trying to like, I got the music going. I'm watching chat, watching the chart. People texted me, you know. It's crazy. And I try to, because of during this streamer's Globex, I try to keep it as entertaining. Because it's, you know, later for me too. I try to make it upbeat, and I also try to take a lot of trades, not just to trade, but I try to look for good setups. But I'll look for all the instruments. So whether it's silver, ES, NQ, gold, YM, I will look for setups because I want to trade for you guys. I want it to be a trading show, be entertaining. And so I'll look for setups in all this stuff. But during New York, I am not looking at ES. I'm not looking at silver much. I don't look at gold during New York. I only look at NQ. And recently I look at righty because I have a systematic type trade that I'm trading with righty. And then Dow. That's it. It's mainly like NQ and Dow. I don't look at anything else. So I'll try to like, you know, but for the stream, I'll trade gold, silver, whatever. You know, I'll look for inside bars, outside bars, because that's the nice thing about trading this type of stuff, is that it works on everything. I bet I could look at Bitcoin or trade inside bars on Tesla. I bet it would work. Like, I don't know, but that's what I like about it. Let's go, Big Cat. Yeah, you've been around a while. For sure. It definitely acts different during this time than New York. Yep. Affiliate income? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I mean, there's no money in YouTube. Like, you know, YouTube itself. I mean, I make maybe $200 or $300. I've showed it, like, whoops. You know, I've showed my YouTube money that I get. It's not much. So like I said, like everything I want to provide for you guys is free. And yeah, I'll make about $363 off from YouTube itself, you know, from the monetization next month, it looks like, or the next payout or whatever. So yeah, it's not much. But yeah, it's definitely like affiliate income, things like that. That's why we do it. I mean, we want to, like I said, there's 2 paths to this game. 3 paths, in a way. There's, you know, people that stream or try to become an influencer when it comes to trading of props or whatever. They'll either sell you a Discord, or they want you to join their Discord and to watch them trade, where you're paying a monthly fee. Or they're selling an indicator or something like that, or they're getting affiliate income, you know. There's like 3 different types, you know. The nice thing is, like, if you do have an indicator or you are selling a Discord, those people make, you know, especially the people selling Discords and stuff, they make a lot of money because they're affiliates as well. So people that are joining their Discords to watch them trade, that are paying a monthly fee, are also using their codes. So they're like driving Lambos, you know, or buying a Lambo every other week. That's the way to go with that. To me, I haven't gone that route because I just don't feel like, I don't know. I just kind of have like I don't know. I don't want people following my trades. Like, you know, if the business evolves, like, I don't want to stop doing this, but if it gets to the point where affiliates get dropped, you know, then I will go down a route where it's like, well, I'm either going to stop streaming or, you know, or go down something like that, but I always want to provide you guys value of some sort, you know. But yeah, for sure. There's a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. I mean, Patrick making $20,000 a day just from Apex. You know, he showed it on his stream, you know. It's nuts. Oh, nice, Big Cat, for sure. Showed a picture of the old Dusty Best Loser Wins. Nice. I don't know why my chat's not getting caught up here. Oh, wow. I'm way behind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the chat like, man, it's kind of slow tonight, and you guys are chatting away, and my scroll wasn't going. So let me get caught up in the chat. I'm just going to ramble off. A-Team Trading Strategies, what's up? Trading in the Zone is good too. Yes, I have that book. Trading in the Zone. I have a tough time reading that book, but I like listening to Mark Douglas, like, on YouTube. Kellyanne's Long Gold. Good luck, Kellyanne. Let's go. You get 20K a day at your job. Oh, wow, Crypto King. Nice. Yeah, I do not. I do not. That's amazing. Slipped 2 into the couch and didn't get back. Oh, yeah. Tai Chi walking. Oh, doing Tai Chi's, way to losing the pounds. Yeah, nice. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna trade. Where is it, on the Discord? Let me get. Oh, his big cat's dusty old book. So this is on the Discord, guys. Look at that. Dusty old book. Jack Schwager too, that's mentioned in the Market Wizard stuff. That's a book that I was going through too. I like listening to you know, audio, but let's see. Let's see who we got. Time fades in the, oh yeah, I said time fades. That's cool. Sorry guys, I'm way behind in the chat. I'm just kind of going through. Trade related song and vid. Tagged you on X. Oh, okay, I'm gonna trade. Take a look. DL Smith, I appreciate that. You've learned a lot. I appreciate that. If you could trade one 15-minute block of time, when would that be? 9:30 to 9:45. Yeah, Nasdaq, yes, Nate. Nasdaq, yes. Righty and YM. Lately it's a little bit later. About an hour after I've been looking at stuff, Nate. I haven't quite, so the problem is some of this, so I haven't quite decided whether or not I want to like expand or do something where I'm kind of showing the systematic stuff that I'm back testing and forward testing, because it changes so much. Like it changes, like the market changes, and so like at one point like things work very, very well, and then it like stops working. So like I'm constantly having to adjust. So like I haven't quite gone public with that stuff yet. But like I'm still trading like inside bars, outside bars, Harami candles, discretionary, bear flags, both bear flags, bull flags, initial balance highs, initial balance lows, that kind of stuff. I was hiking in the woods today. This is a guy channel surfing on his phone with a Bluetooth speaker on the trail. Like, oh, that's crazy, Willie C. Yeah, when I go hiking, I oftentimes will leave my phone in the car. Like, I don't even have headphones on, because, you know, like my house in Maine, you know, it's all wood, so like I like being out in nature. I like listening to the birds. I like listening, you know. I know, like, if I go hiking in the city and stuff, like what I call the city, like the Dirty Lou. The Dirty Lou, if you guys are familiar with Central Maine, you'll know what the Dirty Lou is. But if I go hiking there, they have actually pretty nice hiking trails. And what I do is I'll go to those ones when it gets real hot in the summertime, because it's they're groomed, and the chances of me stepping on a snake is very little. So, because there's a lot more people. Sometimes I'll wear my headphones, but when I'm in a gym, I have my headphones on. And definitely not playing it out loud. Although sometimes I forget my headphones, and then I'll play my phone out loud. I'll be watching other streamers or whatever. I'm watching Alpine or something, and I'll just play it out loud, but like quietly, because everyone else has headphones on, so they can't hear it anyway at the gym. But yeah, Nate, as far as the 9:30 to 9:45 15-minute block, I mean, I still love taking and scalping the open. Like, I've been doing that since my very first payouts back in, I don't know, when my first payouts was 2023, 24 or something like that. The end of 2023, I think. I still like scalping the open sometimes, and just kind of like getting that quick hit and being done. I've never been able to find anything that's like very systematic about it though. It's you know, very much a coin flip. You're gonna look at inside bars on the Bitcoin. Nice, good luck. I'm gonna trade. Like, let us know. 7,000 subs, all nice, Mo. You traded inside bars with Tesla and worked most of the time with EMAs. Yeah, I used to trade Tesla with the ORB, like 15-minute or 5-minute ORBs. I used to take it during the New York Open. HX, what's going on? Too many scammers out there? Oh, yeah, for sure, Jen. Use my code because I don't sell anything. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, the best way to support this channel is always, you know, just being here. That's number one. Being here, hitting the like button, and then using my code if you're buying accounts. You know, whatever you do, don't use the house codes. But, you know, use someone's codes. Use your favorite streamer, whatever. I mean, I've done it. I paid for Discord. I paid for not Discord, but I used to be part of the, like, way back before I traded futures. I used to trade pay for like Bulls on Wall Street. You guys remember that? Bulls on Wall Street, not the day trading stuff, but the swing trading stuff. I used to pay for that. I felt like the information was valuable, but as far as the signals, it didn't really work out for me. But I found out that, like, I would have been better off just kind of sticking my money in the ETF, and I would have been fine. But I thought very educational, you know. I used to trade. I was trying to learn TPO charts and trade off TPO charts. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll show you real quick. But TPO charts, I'm still looking for a trade too, guys. I'm not trading. I'm just like, don't see anything. I used to trade off TPO charts, this is the very first thing I learned when it came to futures. You know, like everything, I thought it was the holy grail. I still think it's very valuable information. Like I said, on a bullish run right now, if we pop up, I could see us taking out these single prints. This is why I was saying earlier that my upside targets would be, you know, in this zone here, because of these single prints. But there was a guy, I don't remember, Camelback Trading or something like that, and I joined his Discord at one point because he traded off TPO charts, and I wanted to find someone that traded live based off this stuff, and I couldn't find anyone. And so finally found someone that trades off that. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart on the NQ. It's just nasty. Nasty right now. William M says turn off the ads, and then someone says get premium. That's what I was gonna say, get premium, and then he says no. So there's a reason why having ads on, guys. It's not because I make a ton of money. It's because the YouTube algorithms like ads, and it pushes out the content. And that's the reason. I have it on the lowest setting. Like I said, I make $200 a month, maybe. And most of that is from people like donating and memberships and stuff like that. Like, you guys donate, people that donate memberships and things like that. Like, that's how I get the money. So yeah, there is a thing with the YouTube ads. So sorry if it bothers you, but what else we got? still way behind. I'm just kind of. Oh, you guys trading gold? Yeah, good luck. I just got out with 1200%. Oh, nice. Gap filled. Nice. Yeah, gold. Gold's a nice one. Yeah, this looks like a nice little long here. Kind of broke out of that channel. Nice little pop here. Did get this fake out. This is what I hate about golds when you do this stuff. It does this stuff. I hate that. Kind of have to loosen your stops sometimes. For me, like if I would have took this long off this outside bar, I would definitely got stopped probably. Which would have sucked, but yeah, gold is it's fun to trade. I'm not great at it, but who else we got? Nice trade, Kellyanne. Hey, Corey, the phone trader in the house. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna trade. I'll take a look at it. I'm gonna trade it. I'll take a look at it. Let's see. YouTube is a lot of work. Thank you, Future Trading, Kellyanne. Yeah, I mean, you know. It's a grind. I mean, like I was saying today, like I was at lunch, I was having a, you know, and I was just like, oh, you know, sometimes it can be a grind. It's great, you know, it's great, but it's a grind. To build a channel, it's a grind. Oftentimes people don't get good channels because they quit. Their channels will die because they stop too soon. That's the thing with YouTube. YouTube likes consistency. So you just keep trying to grind that consistency. It's like that with trading, right? It's the same thing. You got to be consistent. So let's see. Thank you, John Buys. Got people gambling. Gold is mean like that. It does. Yeah, it's mean. Yeah. Getting caught up now. Back to zero belts. Building channel takes time. Big cat. Just one 15-minute video can take you 6 hours. Those are the yeah, Kellyanne. Those are the worst ones. Like short videos. Like Terry trades 100 will bitch about to me, and we bitch together like about how long it'll take to edit a YouTube short that's literally like a minute long. Sometimes it can take a long time, and of course, like you get better at editing, and if you get big enough you can hire editors, you know. But like when you're trying to edit those videos, my videos I'm a little more lazy about it. I kind of go off the cuff on my shorts. But yeah, they take forever. It's like, it's nuts. you know, you're like 2 hours, like trying to edit a YouTube short that's 1 minute long. You know, it's some buy views and subs and they don't realize that it hurts your channel more than anything. Yeah. It does. When you buy subs, if any of you guys are starting out on YouTube and you try to buy, thinking that you're gonna buy subs or views, it does. With the algorithms and the AI and YouTube using it, it will hurt your channel. It has to be organic growth, you know, because if people are not coming into your stream and liking it, or if you're not streaming, or if people are not showing up to your streams and you've bought a bunch of subs, it doesn't work. And then next thing you know, like it's just not organic, and your channel will suffer. There's a lot of, you kind of know when people buy subs, and like I know people, I'll, you know, teach his own. You know, they're all just trying to hustle and do their own business and whatever. But like when they have like no one watching their streams and they have like 20,000 subs or 15,000 subs, it's like, you know, it's not real. When there's like 10 people watching, it's not real. You know. Unfortunately, like Kellyanne knows, is like when it comes to the affiliate businesses, when people buy subs, that the affiliate managers for the companies, so like with the prop firms and stuff like that, they give these people opportunities that even that small creators don't get, because they have a big subscriber count, and it's not, even though it's not organic. That's the only problem with, you know, besides that, it's like it doesn't bother me. Gold looks like it's just gonna keep pushing up. But you know, everyone's trying to hustle, everyone's trying to do their thing, and I'm very supportive. You guys know I'm very supportive of all those other streamers and the creators like Kellyanne and stuff. You know, every time Kellyanne's streaming, and when she does do a live stream, I'm always on there. I'll pop in there and say what's up if I see her on. Or you guys know I'm always in Alpine or Methodical streams and 0 days, and you know, I'm always popping in. I'm a big fan of everyone, you know. Which is the inspiration to even start streaming, was like because I was constantly in other people's chats answering questions just like I do now. And then I says, well, why can't I do that? I can do that too. I can try to do that. You know? You have an editor now, Kellyanne? I might do the same eventually. I'll have to DM you. See who you got, because, you know, that stuff takes a long time. That's why I don't do so the way I look at my channel is I try to put out content, you know, 4 or 5 times a week minimum. I try to put out something every day, whether it's an X post or something, or a YouTube short or a stream. Like, so like to me, this is a stream. This is today's content. Like tomorrow I'll stream, that'll be tomorrow's content. But that's why I don't do many long form videos, because I look at it like, well, if I stream like that, to me, like that's the content for the day. So I don't do, where you don't stream as much, you do more long form. I don't blame you one bit for getting an editor, because it takes so long, and then professional editors do such a better job than what I can do, because I don't have the passion to edit. Like, I don't want to edit. It's too tedious, you know? So yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. The research and all that stuff to make the content, to make the scripts and the talk, and yeah, no, it's forever. You wouldn't believe, like, well, you would, but I mean, like, when I make a short video, there's like 15, 20 takes when I do a short video. My stuff's not even that great, you know, my shorts, and I just do it to, you know, basically just push the sale of a prop firm, or, you know, whatever. I do short videos and to get subscribers, because short videos is what brings a lot of subscribers to the channel. Lots of YouTube shorts, because people have that low attention span. So like, I know in my long form videos, like I look at the analytics, and it's like, I'll put out even if it's like a 4-minute video, the analytics is like less than a minute, people drop out. You know, even on a short video, if I put a 1-minute short video, the analytics is like 15 seconds, and then people like scroll out. So I try to like get right straight to the point, and then like, so like a lot of times what I'll do is I'll be like, well, I can make a long form video about a certain subject that I have a thought for, because I'll be walking around or hiking or whatever, and I'm thinking of like content for the channel. Nasdaq chopping sideways. I hope tomorrow's not like this. But it's just, we're barcoding, we're going sideways. Gold's peaking up, pushing up here. So we have a bunch of zero prints up here, and gold up in the 50s, 5,062, 5,060 area, right up and through here. I feel like this is what we might be targeting. So not a bad spot to maybe look for a little pullback long and then maybe try to target up through here. Not financial advice or anything, but maybe try to target some of this mess up here. See if it repairs some of this area. This blue line right here is the open. So it's 53.8 on the micros. That's the open. So maybe a little pullback in the 43s, looking for a long. Yeah, I didn't know you could buy subs. The problem is, Kellyanne, is that you can buy subs and it's like $1. Did I go to Max's event? No, I didn't really get invited. I didn't get invited. I mean, I could have won. I knew about it, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't invited. Who else we got here? Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourself. Awesome. Well, guys, I think I'm going to do it. That's going to do it for me tonight. Nice start to the week. I will be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow, don't really know what's going to happen with the market. But like I said, just a little tip. Like I said, not financial advice. Is that oftentimes during slower markets where you have a holiday, that the market can kind of pick a direction and it'll kind of stay with it. Now, will it happen? I don't know. But we call it the zombie trend or whatever. Pon was saying, like the zombie trend. So whether it's the upside or downside, it can kind of do that zombie crawl. So, but yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. Please use code PINE, My Funded Futures, Apex, Tradeify. Of course, my favorite, Take Profit Trader, Pine with all caps. The only thing that's weird, guys, is Pine with a capital P with trade day. I wish I could get that fixed, but it's case sensitive. I've tried to get it fixed, but there's nothing they can do about it at the moment. So it's Pine with a capital P for trade day. I really appreciate that. And yeah, and all that good stuff. So appreciate the support. My Funded Futures right now has that deal going on. I believe it's still going on for new users, $49. And for the 25K. So if you use code PINE for that, while I still have my code with them, I appreciate that. And yeah, you guys know the deal. Appreciate the support. We'll do it again tomorrow night, same time. Right around 5:45 Eastern time, I'll be back on just before the market opens. And trade safe. Enjoy the day off. If you have the day off, go hang out with some friends and family. Go out to lunch with an old friend. You know, call up a loved one and tell them you love them, and hug the ones you love. Right? Can't say that enough, because you know what, life can change change real quick. You guys know I know that firsthand. So, but yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Kellyanne, for tuning in. I think it's probably like one of the first times you've tuned in, or at least maybe first time you chatted. I'm sure you've tuned in before, but I appreciate you. Big fan of your stuff. And to everyone else, peace out. Stay tuned for the outro music. The best outro music, intro music on the prop streets. Stay tuned for that. It's coming up in a second. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Trade trader.
Later.
Charts lit. Wrist tight. Inside bars only. Let's work.
I'm trading in the pies, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk a fine, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Wake wake up pre-market, NY session on. Levels from the overnight, buyers ready drawn. Inside bar forming, volume going quiet. That's the market talking, telling me be patient. Ain't Q moving fast, ES play it smooth. YM respect the highs, let the candle choose. Prop firm rules, yeah we play it right. One trade a day, still we done by noon. No gambling, this chestnut dice. RR clean, that's the pine tree life. They chasing candles, I'm chilling in the zone, waiting on the break, then I'm gone. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk defined, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Yeah, funded to live, that's a different feel. Trade, they take profit, apex on a deal. Evaluation passed, now it's payout talk. While they blowing accounts, we taking walks. Inside bar at key high, that's pressure building. Yeah, break off the range, yeah, that's conviction. Yeah, no indicators clutter in my sight. Just price action, structure candlelight. Chat yelling long, I mute that noise. Market don't care about opinions, boy. One clean setup, that's all I need. Small losses, big wins, consistency. Slow grind, fast life. Charts don't lie, cut losses quick, let winners ride. Funded accounts, yeah that's the plan. Sidebar break, execute it. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah they fund a dream. Inside bar break, way patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. Pine tree trader,